And we are live.
Hi, Brother Meekum. This is our group presentation for this week. My name is Janice Pearson, and our other group members are Mike Reed and Camille Culbertson and Casey Haynes. The problem that we are going to be addressing is the cholera outbreak in Kenya, and the problem is caused by the bacteria, the Vibrio cholerae bacteria, and they have had recent outbreaks even in the parliament has experienced and part of these outbreaks, and so it shows that cholera does not choose any one particular group. It affects everyone the same, and it's a very deadly disease, and so that is what we plan to address with our program. Take it over, Camille.
All right. We're gonna address it by teaching a series of 4 classes and taking those classes to the communities and working with them on how, like, the timing best to present them and how we can help them. So it'll be a lot of community involvement, and we have a basic outline in the basic classes that we'll teach, but we'll be able to work with them as well to make sure that it benefits each community the best. Our classes will be a series of 4. The first one will be on clean water, where we'll talk about simple water purification like bleaching and boiling. There's a filtration system that Casey had thought of, but it has its issues, but we will talk about that in the next part. So filtering water purification, that's the first one. The second class will be clean hand washing, which will just talk about when to wash your hands and how to wash your hands and why it's so important to use soap. The third one will be about food hygiene, because this is probably where it's the biggest issue of spread among large groups, perhaps like in the parliament. We'll show them steps to take to make sure their food's hygienic, make sure it's washed well, how to hire the right people for food safety, and such as that. And then we're going to tackle simple septic systems, just because having some sort of a simple septic system will be so much better for them than just having standing water in the streets, standing sewage water in the streets. And Mike's come up with a pretty good plan that's been tested before. So I guess it's been tested before, so we're not going to make our own model. Anyone else want to chime in on this, or Mike, are you going to talk about that next?
Well, so I'll go ahead and talk about the problems that we're having, or the barriers. The filtration system that we came up with, or a member of our group came up with, is a little bit too complex, because when you consider that the filters that he came up with, you can purchase, he mentioned, these can be purchased at any hardware store. Well, as we got thinking about it, there aren't exactly just your normal hardware stores in Kenya. So I think we need to go back and come up with a filtration system that goes, through basic stuff like charcoal, sand, rock, and that filters it out that way, rather than having to go purchase these maybe expensive filters. One of the other things is I'm pretty certain that our septic system is appropriate for Kenya. It's a 255-gallon drum method with a leach system. But we would like your input on and your thoughts on the septic system, if it is too detailed or if it's basic enough. So that is us, who we are, and our problems. Thank you.